words spoken here today about Mayor Ford. A lot of words about idealism and about mayors breaking the law. I'd like to offer a counterpoint right now. That counterpoint? Rob Ford is just like you. I know, it's funny because it's true. Rob Ford is just like you. Who among us hasn't gotten drunk? Maybe a drunken stupor. And you wander into a local crack house. A crack house owned by your high school friend that you might be paying the hydro bills for. See? Just like you. And just like you, Rob Ford knows that when you go into a friend's crack house and they offer you crack, it's rude not to smoke that crack. Rob Ford is just like you. He hates the gun and drug violence that has taken root in Toronto. After the shooting at the Eaton Centre in 2012, Rob Ford immediately called for the deportation of those Rexdale gang members. A very strong and very 100% not how the law works stance. He was tough on that gang. So tough that when Rob Ford smoked crack, he did it in a crack house with the Dixon City Bloods and a Etobicoke Street gang. You had your chance, Rexdale gangs. Rob Ford is just like you. He knows city employees are overpaid and underworked, and that's why Rob Ford refuses to cooperate with the police in their investigations. What, is Rob Ford going to do the police's job for them? That's why Rob Ford didn't admit smoking crack right away. He waited 5 whole months, insisting that the reporters reporting on him were pathological liars. Strategy. And then, only after the police announced they had video proof of him smoking crack, did he admit it. See? He made the police up their game. And now that Rob Ford's stonewalling the police, they're going to have to work even harder to find links between Rob Ford and criminals. Or maybe find out that Rob Ford is charged with conspiracy to commit extortion. And you know what? It's working. Because from what I hear, the police are working harder on finding that than they ever have before.
Where's the video?
Rob Ford is just like you. He faces the exact same punishments for his run-ins with the law that any one of you would. That time Rob Ford drove drunk in Florida and was caught with drugs, those charges were, okay, they were apparently dropped. Mysteriously. But that's just the first offense. That doesn't count. The time that Rob Ford verbally assaulted a couple at a Maple Leafs game, a game that it was never proven that Rob Ford was at until it was definitely proven. Rob Ford faced a very stiff penalty of, well, nothing again. Fine, second offense. Everyone knows the third strike is when the hammer comes down, and that third strike is when Rob Ford truly faced the consequences of his actions, when he, okay, nothing. There's a lot of things here. Jesus. Conflict of interest. Mugged a journalist on city property. Drunk in his office on St. Patrick's Day. Literally admits to smoking illegal drugs. Death threat against his wife. Wow, okay. Folks, the point is not whether or not Rob Ford was ever convicted or ever held accountable for his actions. The point is that after every one of these incidents, Rob Ford had the courage to stand tall and say, I'm still your mayor, and there's nothing you can do about it. Folks, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Screw that, I'll do it! Powerful words! I'm not sure where those words are from originally. I read them on a billboard somewhere. But it said City of Toronto on it, so I'm pretty sure that it's Toronto's motto. And that means that in the City of Toronto, You cannot judge someone unless you've literally never held a stone in your entire life. That means we cannot judge Rob Ford for the stones he's thrown, and certainly not for any stones or rocks that he's smoked. Rob Ford is just like you. How do I know he's just like you? Simple. Rob Ford keeps telling me he's just like you. He tells me that a lot. He told me that in his campaign. He tells me in his speeches, on his radio show, even in his public apologies, he tells me that he's just like you. And if that's not true, if somehow Rob Ford was not just like you, then I'm not really sure who Rob Ford actually is. And I certainly don't know who the hell Rob Ford thinks he is.